So it's me, your little boy, Kid Samson. So I have this message to give us urgently. Your family, majority of them don't really love you the way you thought, or you are thinking that they do, that they will love you. So some people will turn against you in your father's house, in your mother's house, your blood. They will suddenly turn against you the moment they realize that you are getting to the top. Yes, believe me, it may sound somehow, but that is just the fact truth. Your own blood will suddenly turn against you the moment they discover what is inside you. You know what I'm saying? That is just the fact truth, because oceans can never make a sound without anything moving it. When I mean anything, without breeze visiting it. So the reason why you are hearing the sound of this ocean shaking and moving is because there is something that is giving it the power to do or to move. So what am I trying to say is this, brothers. Your brother whom you think they are good with you, your brother whom you think that they love you, that they care, that they are in love with you, that they love you so much, many of them will suddenly turn against you the moment they realize the potential inside you. That is why you see brothers turning against brothers. People who used to eat together, laugh together, do stuff together, chill together. You suddenly see them having quarrel, enmity, because most of them never believe that the first can also become the last. Most of them don't come to that point to agree the fact that you are the first does not mean you will be the first in all angles. You know what I'm saying? So many people will hate you the moment they discover that you are doing more better than them. Don't twist it. Don't make it look like this boy is coming, trying to say something that will cause toward problem. No. They will never hate you when you are not doing more better than them. That is just the fact truth, bro. We have a lot of brothers today that don't greet each other. We have a lot of sisters today that don't greet each other. We have a lot of relatives today that don't mingle with one another. Why? Because the majority of them don't believe the fact that the other one can make it the way they are making it. Many of them want you to depend on them. Many of them want you to rely on them. So the moment you start to make it, even without them supporting you, assisting you, you try to liberate yourself, many of them will be against it. Yes, believe me. Because some people love when they are at the top and the rest are below. Yes, believe me. So my brothers and sisters, the truth is this. They will never love you as long as you are doing something that they can't do. You know what I'm saying? That is why you should not be confused, or you should not come to that point where you start to feel bad of yourself because someone hates you, because your brothers and your sisters whom you used to eat suddenly start to talk bad of you, suddenly start to envy you, talk one thing to another about you. Why? Because many of them will never love you as long as you are doing something that they never expect you to do in your entire life. Because there are a lot of people who have already made up their mind that no matter how you try, no matter what you do, you can never be greater than them. You can never succeed more than them. You can never do something different. You know what I'm saying? You can never do something big more than them. You can never grow or come to that point where you will grow more than them. So the moment you start to prove them wrong, you come to understand that your own brother will join your enemy to be fighting you in order for you to go down. Yes. When I was speaking with my mom years back, so there was something that I was asking my mom question. I said, Mom, why is it that, because there was a story she told me about my forefathers. They said they have a little misunderstanding those days. So I said, what caused the misunderstanding? He said, you know that when a woman or a man start to increase in wealth, start to earn money more than others, buy properties, all those stuff, you come to understand that the rest of them will start to envy you. They will even lead you to a point where they will be telling you that you are using their own destiny to get wet. You know, it sounds funny, but when people are saying this, when people are in ignorant, they will just say it boldly, without fear. They can even take you to some places to swear, to do all sorts of things. Why? Because they don't believe in you. They don't believe that something good can come out of you. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of our brothers whom you think that they love you now. Be ready to prepare for war which you don't know. Yes. Just be ready to prepare for war which you don't know. Why? Because many of them will end up become your enemy. Many of them will end up becoming the enemy of your own progress when they're supposed to back you up. Yes, believe me. A lot of people will suddenly turn against you when they realize that you are doing something that they can't do. When they figure out that you are progressing more than them, you are succeeding more than them. So they will suddenly turn against you, turn their eyes on you, turn their faces on you. They will even be giving your enemy information on how to do it, on how to break you, on how to do you evil if you are not mindful. You know what I'm saying? So they will end up joining your enemy in order for them to to harm you, because they hate the fact that you are growing. That's why I always tell us, your brothers whom you think that they truly love you today, they just love you because you are not doing something that they have not seen. They just love you because you are not doing something that rotates them. When I mean rotate them, you are not doing something that pinch them. You are not increasing, not succeeding more than them. But the moment you start to succeed, the moment you start to grow more than them, you will realize that many of them will suddenly hate you for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So they don't love you. Your family, your relative, they don't really love you. Yes, they just love you because of the circumstances around you right now. They just love you because of the position you are right now. But the moment you start to grow beyond their expectation, you will realize that many of them will suddenly turn against you. Yes, they may hide it, but their attitudes, by their fruit, you will understand what is in their mind. If you are watchful, you know what I'm saying? So that is just the fact truth. As a choosing, even your own brothers are the worst enemy around you. Yes, because believe me, as a choosing, the worst enemy around you are not strangers, and not even people whom you think that you can greet and salute, are people who eat with you, who do stuff with you, who do everything with you, because most of them know how successful you are doing more than the strangers. You know what I'm saying? So your families, your relatives, your cousins, your so-called best friends, your so-called bestie, many of them don't really love you. That is why you see a lot of friends betraying friends. That's why you see a lot of friends, hurting friends, taking advantage of friends, betraying friends because of love, because of money, because of one thing to another. Why? Because they don't love you in the first place. So remain blessed. May God bless you.